You ever notice how AI sounds like a genius when it's talking about something you don't know? But ask it about something you do know deeply, something you've actually lived, worked on, wrestled with, and it suddenly sounds kind of dumb. Yeah, exactly. That's not a bug. That's the truth of what AI gives us. Information? Yes. Insight? Not even close. And here's where it gets dangerous. Every tool right now is in an arms race to surface insights. It pulls some data, wraps it in a chart, adds a score, and suddenly it's telling you what to do. But let's get one thing straight. Data is not insight, and insight is not something interesting. Real insight changes how you see the problem. It shifts what you thought was true. It moves you from confusion to clarity. And that doesn't come from scraping, it comes from seeing. And this leads to a bigger lie I keep seeing in marketing and sales. If only the buyer had more information, they'd say yes. Or the slightly more experienced version, if they just had the right information. Nope, nada, no. If information made decisions happen, there wouldn't be people who still believe the earth is flat. The truth, humans don't buy because of data. We buy because of meaning. We move when we feel understood. That's why talking about features doesn't work. Even outcomes fall flat sometimes because what you're offering isn't what the buyer is buying. Until they feel seen, until they hear something and go, that's me. That's exactly what we're struggling with. You're just throwing logic into a void. The secret, it's not better messaging. It's not better AI. It's recognition. The moment the buyer realizes you're not just here to pitch, you actually get them, that's what unlocks trust. That's what creates momentum. That's what closes deals. And not because you dumped more data and called it insight, but because you gave them something no AI can fake, real understanding. That's the game. And it's one the pros play better than the rest. Not because they know more, but because they seek and see deeper. If this hits, send it to someone who's still selling like it's 2013. Also, I've created a free Clarity to Scale starter kit for CEO and founders. If you are a CEO and founder struggling to figure out where to point and navigate your marketing, your sales, your product, then get started with this free kit. It includes a Clarity Advisor built with AI. It has a positioning mastery course, and it's got a Clarity quiz, which will give you an assessment of where you stand, inside out business strategy and outside in brand strategy. I'll see you in the next one.